charming 1994 modern European estate sitting right on the water of Lake Washington in Lake Forest Park. Come tour this home with me. Today I have a beautiful home tour for you. This is a lovely resale property right here in Lake Forest Park, Washington. This property sits in a lovely gated estate on over 0.3 acres right on the water. So you've got easy access to Lake Washington. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.25 bath home. It's over 4,500 square feet. Let's get into it. Guys, I am super excited to tour this home with you today. It has just such unique character, a lot of twists and turns that you are not going to be expecting. You're going to want to stick around and watch this full home tour to get all of the charm of this older European style home. Check out all of the quirks with me. Also, before we head inside, the house right next door to the right is also for sale, and it's owned by the same owners or family. And it is much smaller footprint, so very different vibe, but the views and the water access are incredible. I actually filmed a full walkthrough of that one on my second channel, the affordable resale channel. So you can jump over to that channel. There's a link in my description, or you can find it under my channels tab. Just look at how grand this entrance is with this 2-story design setup. Love this door, by the way. One thing I want to call out, because you don't see this design often anymore, is that split garage layout, which we'll check out in a bit. You've got a garage on each side, and instead of one large shared bay, they're broken up into 2 individual garages. And what this does is create a space for this grand staircase entry right in the center, which you saw us walk up. It almost feels like something you'd see on a custom hillside European property where the architecture wanted each wing to feel separated. So some people will keep, they'll keep it because it adds character. Other people will look at this and instantly start imagining how they modernize it. But that is what makes older luxury so fun. You get the bones, the views, the structure, and all the creative freedom in the world. So we just passed by that kitchen real quick, and we will get to it in a minute. We're coming through what they have set up as the laundry room. There's actually the house that you can go check out on my secondary channel for that home tour there. Look at these balconies from these front rooms that come off the house here. So cool. Such a cool design. And as we head back into this kitchen, this kitchen is one of the most interesting spaces in the whole house. You can tell it was incredibly high end for its time. There's a European influence woven into so many details here. The high gloss kitchen, the barreled ceiling, the copper hood. It gives the home that warm old world luxury you usually see in estates in like Italy and France. It is not modern Pacific Northwest minimalism. This is more curated, more expensive, and honestly just very unique for Lake Washington. Check out this large kitchen island here. I mean, get a load of this lighting system that's so unique. What a unique kitchen. This is great. I love touring older homes like this that have unique designs. Now check out this, again, Viking stove and hood there, and the gas range just turns on just like that. And it's a lot smoother than a lot of these times when I'm touring these new constructions. They haven't even broke the burners in yet, so they take a little bit longer to turn on. Of course, this house is lived in and well taken care of, so you've everything is working seamlessly when it is working. Checking out the Viking stove there. Love the real wood floors there. I had these same floors in my 1989 home when we first moved in before we did some updates. Also love the second sink right here on the island here. You get a decent sized fridge for right over this way over here. And then check this out. You've got another stove right there. And then this is kind of a hidden microwave drawer. This is interesting. I think what they did is at one time there was probably a built-in microwave here. Then they just used the door here to fit that microwave shelf in. How unique and quirky is that? That's so cool. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that. It's so fun. Now the hood vent, feel free to rewind and look more at the hood vent, but that hood vent, the curves, the shape, the design language, it's not something you find in new construction today. Builders don't make pieces like this anymore. The lighting system up above again that we're talking about, it's got that vintage commercial quality. Like, to me, it almost kind of seems like it gives me original Star Trek mixed with luxury restaurant kitchen vibes, and I mean that in the coolest way possible. This is where a designer would absolutely have a field day. You can modernize it, or you can lean into the retro luxury and restore it. Both directions would make this place shine. Again, a lot of the newer luxury homes lean towards that cold white box style. This one feels lived in but curated. I had a couple from California mention once that Seattle luxury often lacks soul. When they toured a home with elements similar to this, they said it felt like someone actually loved the space, not like it was just an investment product. That is what this home does. It feels personal. And oh gosh, just check out this breakfast nook area. Let's have a corner window moment and just appreciate how beautiful Lake Washington looks like in late fall right now. Again, there's a peek of that other house on my secondary channel that you can go check out that we did a quick walkthrough for as well. Now we're going to be walking through here. Let's go out and take a look out on this patio here on your main level deck. Again, just appreciate how amazing this is. It's so peaceful and quiet. I'm letting you hear the outside ambient noise, and you can just hear the birds chirping and just the nature behind you, but you don't have that much background noise, which is great. All right, heading back in here, we're going to be going into our main level living here, or the main living room here. This is a nice 2-story tall great room. Look how just extravagant these windows look. You've just got so much natural light flowing through this house. It looks super grand and luxurious. I love the layout of this room. Looks amazing. Again, you've just got these sweeping panoramic views of Lake Washington that is literally on your own private beach access right here. You know, homes like this are never just floor plans and finishes. They always have a story. You can tell this is a legacy home, the type of place a family held onto because it meant something, and now someone else gets to write the next chapter here. Homes like this are rare because they usually stay within a family. Seeing it come on market is honestly a bet special. If you're the next homeowner, you get to decide how much of that history stays and how much gets brought into the modern era. Love this gas fireplace, by the way. I'm such a fan of this fireplace. So this fireplace is probably my favorite surprise in the whole house. It has that big dramatic luxury fire presence that you only see in outdoor fireplaces today. The scale, the flame visibility, the way it anchors the room, it feels way more grand than what you see in 2025 builds. In like a hybrid or a stucco and patterned wallpaper, that's what it looks like at first, but it's actually just the wall itself and the way they used to paint the texture on the wall. It's got an early 2000s paint texture style on it, and you see this a lot more common in places like Arizona. Super deliberate and well thought out. It's definitely bold, but it works in this house because everything around it leans into that same era of luxury. Love these cabinetries here as well. This is such a large space, such a large living space. But yeah, I can't get over just how amazing that fireplace was. And now let's quickly test out these automatic shade retractors or deployers, if you will, auto shades with that clicker there. Now you notice that chandelier though, so this room is a showstopper. That chandelier there, it it's almost like a sleek disc floating in space. The LED system is older, so a lot of the light is basically gone now, but it still makes a statement. You do not get lighting pieces like this anymore. Someone modern could swap it out for a dramatic crystal or a metal fixture, or you could restore this one and keep the vibe intact. All right, now we're checking out the downstairs area, and notice both stairwells do have those lifts, and you'll see several bedrooms down here as well. This is a Jack and Jill style. I worked with the family earlier this year who needed 2 fully functional living spaces. They had aging parents living with them, and the parents wanted privacy without feeling isolated. Homes that support multi-generational life are extremely limited around here. When they saw a layout like this property with its own kitchen, its own living area, and bedrooms tucked away downstairs, they lit up. They said it gave them stability. Everyone had their own rhythm, and shared spaces still felt natural. So homes like this let families stay together longer without sacrificing comfort. When you see the setup on this level with the kitchen and the Jack and Jill bedrooms, you'll understand why this style is so important for buyers right now. It allows a completely separate living experience while staying under the same roof. And again, you just get the killer views of Lake Washington from these front bedrooms down here. Also, notice how low the clearance was between the door and that toilet. I'm glad that it definitely hinged open. I featured a different property on the luxury channel. It was a new construction. I think it was in Kirkland, Washington, and it also had almost zero clearance between the glass shower door, and almost it looked like it was just gonna smack right in the toilet, but it didn't, just like this did in this tour. If you want to go check out that video after watching this one, feel free to go check that out. I will tag it here. And as we continue to check out this downstairs living space, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Aaron Morrow. I'm a local realtor here in the greater Seattle area. I also make home tours on YouTube. I have 2 different channels. Again, one's a luxury tour channel, one's a more affordable resale home tour channel. If this is your first time watching one of these videos, you probably are more used to a lot quicker home tours, not as in-depth or as long and methodical as this. But if you're into a tour that gets highly detailed, we're checking every nook and cranny, I'm letting you know what things feel like, what if the property has a smell. By the way, this property did not have a smell. Even being an older property, I would expect more of a smell from it, and it did not. It smelled very lovely. But if that sounds like your style, you're definitely in the right place. I will leave chapters in the description where you could jump around and find the right chapters to help you learn more about the area. So check out this kitchen area. Man, this kitchen is totally giving me some vibes here. It's totally like stepping into a time capsule. You've got the original built-in appliances with the wood paneled fronts that perfectly match the cabinetry. These pieces are straight out of the era where everything was built to last, and honestly, they still look kind of cool. I really am digging this dishwasher here, this Maytag dishwasher. Check it out. So if you like character, this is definitely your spot. If you want a full modern redesign, this space is banging for it. Either way, whether you're going to keep this or you're going to rejuvenate it, this house has some really cool bones to it, and it would be just such an awesome home for the next homeowner to truly make it their own. And I almost forgot to mention that if you want to find all the listing details or more information on this property, including what's the current status, is it for sale still, is it under contract, is it sold, what's the price, etc., go to my description below so you can check that out. And of course, if it is still available and you would like a private tour, please reach out to me. I would love to show you this property and see it again with you in person. Now take a look at all of this cabling, and you've got the dual HVAC systems there. So you see there's 2 HVACs. One probably is for, one level. The one is for another level. So there's at least 2 HVACs as we see there, and then you got this really nice heat pump. We're actually walking through this nice dog run, which is a double-sided dog run. So you've got this gate on the back half over here and the gate on the front that goes to the driveway, or I guess I should just say like almost the front yard or court of this estate. It feels very high-end living here with this gated all front end here. So this is super cool, very unique. I haven't shown anything like this on the channel as of yet. I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments below so far of this house. Would love to know, do you love it? Do you hate it? Have you been fast forwarding, rewinding? Please let me know in the comments below, of course. Love the doors. I actually like that color of wood. And then you got these 2 front closets here because this sits underneath those front steps that you walk up to your grand entrance there. And then we've got doors on either side right here, which actually go into those garages. And if any of you have been watching my channel enough, you know we're going to be doing a nice garage door test to test out the garage door noise in here. These are nice single car garages, but with some extra space. You could easily fit a truck in here if you wanted to. Got lots of storage space, but let's take a listen here. You know what? For being an older home, that was not half bad. I've heard actually way worse on a lot of newer garage doors on this luxury home tour channel. Get a load of this extra storage space. It's like a crawl space. I didn't realize at the time of filming that it was so dark that I wasn't able to really get any footage there for you. Also, take a look at the nice whole house vac system there. A lot more common during when the home was built. But you know what? We are seeing those have a comeback on some of these newer high-end construction homes. Let's check out this other garage here too. Again, you get plenty of natural light coming in here. This one is a little bit louder. Again, not terribly bad. And you get another really good peek of that other home that is also for sale next door. Both right on the water, which again, I'm reminding you, we're going to get to the water. Stick with me on this one. You guys let me know, any of you that have been following or are avid fans of my garage door test, what did you guys think? I would love to hear from you in the comments section below. And as we head back upstairs, I'm going to go towards the front where we can check out the powder room, where we have another surprise in store for us. You know, if you have the right eye, this is one of the most exciting homes you can get at this price point on the lake. The bones are incredible. The layout is already built for multi-gen living, like I've talked about before, and just the views are insane. It needs that next person with vision to take it from classic luxury to modern luxury. And honestly, the expensive things are already here. The size, the waterfront, the access, the views. You're not replacing those. Here we go. Yes, that is right, folks. There is a urinal in the powder room in here. So you've got not only your toilet, so I guess it technically counts as a 0.75 because you've got a whole other piece there. You've got the normal toilet plus the urinal in there. Most of the time you see these half baths as the powder rooms, where they are either, you know, they are the toilet in the sink. I have toured a property before where it was a half bath where it was a toilet and a shower. So I guess you wash your hands in the shower, but there was no sink. It still counted as a half bath. Most of the time when you see 0.75 bath around here in the Pacific Northwest, that really, usually that means that the property's coming with a shower but not a tub, because we divide our bathrooms into 4 quarters. So check out this front room there. They have it set up as like an office, also that projector system in there. But one thing to note is, and I didn't walk past the projector system, that would have walked out to the other balcony on the other side that was above the left garage. So Again, 2 different balconies out in the front there. Again, such a unique look. As I walk up these stairs, and I don't know if this is going to make sense for everyone, and I'm taking a look at how grand this is all looking, but I'm getting a lot of Home Alone house vibes. I'm leaving alone! And I could be totally off, but that is just the vibes I'm getting as I'm walking through this home, and I mean it as a total compliment. I'm gonna kill that kid! Home Alone is still one of my favorite Christmas movies. Again, when you come upstairs here, this whole area feels like something you'd see in a custom build from an architect who wanted the bedrooms to feel like private wings. You get this skywalk that splits into a Y shape and it flows really nicely. One side takes you to this huge landing that overlooks the main living room in those massive windows facing the lake. And it's such a cool moment because you get that sense of openness and scale as soon as you hit the top of the stairs. And then the railing system, there's another detail that stands out. It has that all black metal design that with those curved shapes feels classic. It gives you space character. You do not see this in newer construction as often. This is the kind of thing people keep and restore because it fits the home's personality. Again, and just such a cool balcony looking down into your grand great room here. Again, that fireplace is just killing it. Now check out this little cute Juliet balcony here as we walk right out here. I love this thing. I love that you get so much vantage points of your lake, and it's so convenient that whoever built this back in the day just decided, yes, we're gonna put this here so you can walk out here and enjoy some fresh air. Imagine you're enjoying your fresh cup of coffee here, walking out from your primary bedroom right here, and just taking it all in and not having to go downstairs to a lower deck to walk outside for a quick second or to grab some quick fresh air. Walking through here again, you've got some really nice corner windows here on the side here. It's a rather large primary, so notice this is a king size bed and you got plenty of space on both sides there. Notice the really all just the matching, like the built-ins here matching the doors, and then you got those mirrors there with the wall sconce on the mirror here. Totally such a interesting vibe, and I like walking into here. Check out these grand skylights. So you've got this really nice large skylight in this bathroom, and it's separates the vanity area on this side plus your walk-in closet. So let's talk about what makes this part of Lake Forest Park so special, where this property is located. Of course, you have the views. On a clear day, you get the full Mount Rainier backdrop right behind Lake Washington, and it's ridiculous in person. Cameras never do this justice. One thing I love is how walkable this neighborhood actually is. The Burt Gilman Trail is right here, so if you are into biking, running, or just peaceful morning walks, you'll use the heck out of that. And the neighborhood itself is big enough that you can just wander it without feeling like you are looping the same block every day. There are also 2 clubs nearby that people in this area love, depending on which side of the street you live on. You have the Lake Forest Park Civic Club just outside the neighborhood, and then the Sheridan Beach Club, which is right here in the community. So swimming, beach access, community events, things like that. It's one of the reasons homes in this area are so sought after. If you want a quiet setting with views of Mount Rainier as well as Lake Washington right in your backyard, this little corner of Lake Forest Park gives you all of that at the same time. One of the things I love about showing homes like this is you get their original luxury bones, the kind of architectural choices that you cannot recreate today without spending a fortune, and you also get the chance to modernize it however you want. Anyone with a designer or an architect is going to look at this place and immediately see opportunity. And now we're taking a look at something that you do not see every day in the Pacific Northwest. In one of the primary bathrooms here, you're actually got both a toilet and a separate European style bidet. It's not a combo unit, it's a true standalone bidet with the original fixtures, and yes, the gold jets inside are exactly what you think they are. This setup was super common in higher end European inspired homes back in the day, and it's one of those details that instantly dates the home in a cool way. People either keep these as a conversational piece or they swap them for a modern washlet. But seriously guys, this bathroom has serious vibes to it. Let me know in the comments below what you would do to the bathroom. Would you gut everything out? Would you keep everything? Would you just be swapping out the carpet to not have the carpet flowing through your bathroom? I want to know in the comment section below what you think of this house so far. Really want to get your insights on this. And as we check out the other primary bedroom, again, secondary, other primary bedroom, two primaries here. Also, take a look at that design there with the shades. We'll check this out. So as we check this out, let me talk about drive times. So if you're thinking about living here in Lake Forest Park, one of the things you're gonna love is how connected it is without giving up that quiet neighborhood feel. From this home, you're looking at about 20-minute drive into downtown Seattle. That's definitely going to be on a good day, but it's perfect for work, nightlife, or grabbing dinner. If you're working on the east side, Bellevue is only about 23 to 25 minutes away, so the commute is really manageable. And to Kirkland, you're under 20 minutes, which makes grabbing coffee, heading to a tech hub, or meeting with friends super easy. Even if you travel often, getting to SeaTac Airport is only around 30 to 35 minutes if traffic is working in your favor. So it's very convenient for trips out of town. Basically, you get the peaceful lakefront lifestyle at this location in Lake Forest Park, but you're still close to all the key areas where you would live, work, and play. Unless you were working out of a home office, and then of course there was that really cool setup, a couple of different setup options for you to use as that home office, including the one that we just showed you. Also, do keep in mind anything that I'm saying, take with a grain of salt. Drive time can vary wildly here in the greater Seattle area, so I would also suggest, this is just a pro tip I give anyone, but it really seems like it would be a no-brainer, but do the drive times yourself. If you're thinking of buying a home and you're not familiar with the area, like you're just moving over here or relocating, I highly encourage all of my clients to take these drives themselves at multiple different times a day, multiple different days of the week, so they can really get a feel for what commute would be like. Because whenever you buy a home, you're basically marrying that commute to your work. If you're gonna not be working from home, check out that glass. I haven't seen this glass since, reminds me of my school days. I think we had some glass like that in our school with the lines in it. Anyways, what I was saying was, I think it's always a good idea to take that dry run yourself. My brother-in-law, they relocated to an area in Bonnie Lake called Tahali, and when they did that, they moved from Covington, and what was finding for his work was his commute ended up being a little bit longer than they thought. It was going to be, in practicality, like Google Maps told him that it was going to be about a 40-minute drive, and in reality he was finding that it was going to be closer to an hour was his typical range. And adding that extra 20 minutes twice a day there and back really made that a whole different animal as far as his commute times went. So again, it's just one more reason I always say take those drives yourself. Now let's talk about the market here in Lake Forest Park. So the zip code 98155. This pocket's pretty interesting right now. It's been doing some interesting things. Inventory ticked up slightly year over year. We're seeing it about 2 months of inventory right now, which is still pretty tight. New listings dipped a bit. Pending sales pulled back around 70 or 17%, and closed sales followed that trend too. So for buyers, you're seeing days on market stretch we're at 37 days right now for residential. This is up almost 20%. That gives buyers breathing room that they did not get in the last few years. You can think through your move without competing with 10 other offers on day one in a typical area. Interestingly enough, in Lake Forest Park, I still had a buyer that ended up getting into a multiple offer situation because it was part of the Sheridan Beach Club. Now, for sellers, pricing is holding steady. The median sales price for October sits around $861,000. That is still a slight, it's 1.4% dip. The average price actually climbed over 4%, so higher quality listings are still moving and still commanding strong numbers when the home shows well and it hits the right lifestyle. Here, I'm going to walk on this dock real quick while I still talk about the market update so you can check out the beach access. Just so you know, since the family owned both these properties here, check out the ducks. This dock actually does belong to the smaller home, just to let you know. So, whoever ends up buying both these properties, if it's two different property owners, technically the rights would go to the other house. It's something you would want to look into if this was going to be one of the reasons you're buying it was for this dock access. You'd want to kind of make sure there was an agreement in place between you and the neighbor if it's something you're looking for. But even if you don't have a dock like this, you just have a killer beach right over there that I was showing you earlier. So feel free to inquire if you are the specific person actually watching this video who is, actually interested in purchasing this property. Now, if you're a homeowner watching this video and you want to keep an eye on your home's value, equity, and refi options, I can definitely sign you up for my free home equity report. It's going to be in the description below. It'll track your mortgage, your mortgage insurance situation, how much usable equity you actually have for projects or debt payoff. It gives you a quick snapshot of your financial picture as a homeowner. It also will go over other things like what you could rent out your property for, how much equity you have, what maybe you could pull out for like a HELOC. Gives you some other ideas, including if you could Airbnb, what maybe short-term rental you get out of your property, all of that and more. So feel free to go check that out. Link is going to be in the description, and I would love to start sending that your way. And if you're a buyer watching this, you probably know inventory might be one of your biggest challenges, as well as affordability right now. So my off-market home finders program gets you access to homes not publicly listed. That includes sellers who are willing to entertain a sale but do not want to go on the MLS. I help several families a year purchase properties that no one ever saw hit the market, which helps you avoid the bidding war and control your timeline. If you're interested in learning more about this program, please head on over to my link in the description to check it out. And there you have it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this beautiful resale home tour here in Lake Forest Park, Washington. Again, my name's Morrow, local realtor here in the greater Seattle area. I've been working with buyers, sellers, and investors in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties for over a decade now. If you're looking to make your move over here to the greater Seattle area or Lake Forest Park in the next 9 days or 9 months, or you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please feel free to reach out to me. Contact info can be found below in the description. Would love to show you how you can make your next move over here a smooth one. And if you're looking for some more property tours, or you'd like to see what others have said about working with me, look somewhere on the screen right here. And of course, until next time, please subscribe to me for more real estate shenanigans. Have a great day.